The Thinking Revolution: How to Rewire Your Brain for Success. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a loop, making the same decisions, facing the same problems, and wondering why success seems just out of reach? You chase solutions in the world around you, but nothing seems to change. What if I told you that the secret to breaking free isn't out there? It's in your own mind. Imagine if you could identify the hidden patterns shaping your thoughts, reprogram your brain to embrace growth, and build habits that naturally lead to success. In today's audiobook, we're diving into the thinking revolution, where I'll show you how to rewire your brain, unlock your hidden potential, and create unstoppable success. Through cutting-edge neuroscience, proven psychological techniques, and actionable strategies, you'll discover how to overcome limiting beliefs, develop empowering habits, and think in ways that turn obstacles into opportunities. It's time to reshape the way you approach life, step into a world of endless possibilities, and finally achieve the success you deserve. Ready to transform your life? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Power of Neuroplasticity. Did you know that your brain is not a rigid, unchanging organ, but a dynamic, ever-adapting powerhouse? This ability to change and reorganize itself is called neuroplasticity, and it's one of the most exciting discoveries in neuroscience. Neuroplasticity means that your brain has the remarkable capacity to create new connections, strengthen existing ones, and even rewire itself entirely based on how you use it. Think of your brain like a muscle. It grows stronger and more efficient the more you train it. Every thought you think, every habit you repeat, and every experience you encounter leaves a mark on your brain. These marks are like pathways or trails, and the more you travel down a particular path, whether it's a positive habit like practicing gratitude or a negative habit like self-doubt, the easier it becomes for your brain to follow that path in the future. This is why certain thought patterns or behaviors, even bad ones, can feel automatic or difficult to change. But here's the exciting part. Neuroplasticity gives you the power to change all that. No matter your age or background, you can intentionally reshape these pathways to create better habits, healthier thought patterns, and a mindset geared for success. By practicing new ways of thinking and behaving, you can rewire your brain to respond differently to challenges, stay focused on goals, and approach life with greater confidence and resilience. For example, if you've always believed, "I'm not good at this," that thought has carved a strong pathway in your brain over time. But through neuroplasticity, you can challenge that belief by practicing a new thought like, "I can learn and improve." With repetition and consistent effort, the new thought becomes the dominant pathway, and your brain begins to favor it over the old, limiting belief. Neuroplasticity also explains why habits are so powerful. When you repeat a behavior, like exercising daily or journaling your thoughts, it strengthens the neural pathways related to that habit, making it easier to do over time. This means you're not stuck with old habits or unproductive patterns. You can train your brain to build new, healthier routines and thought processes that align with your goals and dreams. Understanding neuroplasticity empowers you to take control of your mental and emotional well-being. It's not just about knowledge, it's about action. By consistently practicing positive habits and thinking patterns, you can literally rewire your brain to support the life you want to create. Remember, the brain you have today doesn't have to be the brain you live with forever. You have the power to shape it into the most effective tool for your success. This is the first step in the thinking revolution, understanding that change is not only possible, but within your reach. All it takes is the right mindset and consistent effort to unlock your brain's incredible potential. Chapter 2: Breaking Limiting Beliefs. We all carry beliefs about ourselves, the world, and what we're capable of achieving. These beliefs are like the software running in the background of our minds, quietly influencing every decision we make. But here's the problem. Not all of these beliefs are helpful. Many of them are outdated, inaccurate, or downright harmful. These are called limiting beliefs, and they act as invisible barriers that hold you back from reaching your true potential. For example, you might have grown up hearing things like, "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "You're just not a creative person." Over time, these messages can sink deep into your subconscious, shaping the way you see yourself and what you think is possible. Without even realizing it, you might avoid opportunities, doubt your abilities, or settle for less simply because your mind is operating under these false assumptions. The good news is that limiting beliefs are not facts. They're just thoughts. And just like any thought, they can be challenged, questioned, and replaced with more empowering ones. The first step in breaking limiting beliefs is to identify them. Start paying attention to the automatic thoughts that pop up when you face challenges or opportunities. Do you think, "I'm not smart enough," or "I'll probably fail, so why try?" These are signs of limiting beliefs in action. Once you've identified a limiting belief, the next step is to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Often, you'll find that these beliefs have no solid evidence to back them up. For example, if you believe, "I'll never succeed at this," take a moment to reflect on past successes, no matter how small they seem. Remind yourself that everyone starts somewhere and that failure is a normal part of growth. After challenging the belief, it's time to replace it. Choose a new, empowering belief that aligns with the person you want to become. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this," try saying, "I'm still learning and I can improve with effort." Instead of, "I don't deserve success," remind yourself, "I am worthy of every opportunity and will work hard to achieve my goals." The more you repeat these empowering beliefs, the stronger they become, gradually replacing the old, limiting ones. Breaking limiting beliefs isn't a one-time event, it's a process. Your brain has been conditioned to think a certain way for years, and it takes consistent effort to rewire it. This is where tools like journaling, affirmations, and visualization come into play. Writing down your new beliefs, repeating them daily, and imagining yourself living them out can help reinforce these new thought patterns. Limiting beliefs are just habits of thought, and habits can be changed. You don't have to let old programming dictate your future. By breaking free from limiting beliefs, you'll open the door to endless possibilities and take the first step toward becoming the best version of yourself. In the thinking revolution, this is a critical step, because once you stop limiting yourself, you'll discover just how far you can go. Chapter 3. The Science of Positive Thinking. Positive thinking isn't just about seeing the glass half full or ignoring life's challenges. It's a scientifically backed approach to reshaping your brain and improving your life. At its core, positive thinking involves focusing on solutions, opportunities, and possibilities, rather than getting stuck in negativity or fear. But why does this matter so much? And how can it impact your success? When you consistently think positively, you activate specific areas of your brain associated with problem-solving, creativity, and decision-making. Research shows that positive thoughts release chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters that not only make you feel good, but also enhance focus, motivation, and resilience. These chemicals create a feedback loop, encouraging your brain to continue seeking out positivity and fostering a mindset of growth and success. On the flip side, negative thinking triggers the brain's stress response, releasing cortisol, the stress hormone. High levels of cortisol can impair memory, reduce focus, and even shrink the brain's hippocampus, which is crucial for learning and decision-making. This is why constant negativity can make you feel stuck, overwhelmed, and incapable of moving forward. Positive thinking also influences the way you interpret and react to challenges. For example, when faced with a setback, someone with a negative mindset might think, "This is proof I'm not good enough." In contrast, a positive thinker reframes the situation, asking, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I turn this into an opportunity?" This shift in perspective not only reduces stress, but also trains your brain to approach future challenges with confidence and creativity. But positive thinking isn't about ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on obstacles. It's about believing that, no matter what happens, you have the power to grow, adapt, and overcome. To cultivate a positive mindset, start by practicing gratitude. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice and appreciate the good in your life, creating a strong foundation for positivity. Another powerful tool is self-talk. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself. Are your thoughts encouraging or critical? Replace negative self-talk like, "I can't do this," with affirmations like, "I'm capable and willing to learn." Over time, this positive inner dialogue strengthens neural pathways associated with optimism and confidence. Visualization is another effective practice. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself achieving your goals and feeling proud of your progress. This not only boosts motivation, but also helps your brain associate success with positive emotions, making you more likely to take action. Positive thinking is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time and practice to develop. But the benefits are profound: improved mental clarity, greater resilience, stronger relationships, and a mindset that propels you toward success. In the thinking revolution, mastering the science of positive thinking is a crucial step in rewiring your brain to work for you, not against you. Positivity isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. With every positive thought, you're training your brain to see possibilities where others see limitations, paving the way for a brighter, more successful future. Chapter 4. Mindset over motivation. Motivation is often viewed as the spark that drives success, the energy to start a new project, pursue a dream, or tackle a challenge. But what happens when that spark fades? The truth is, motivation is temporary, fleeting, and unreliable. It can get you started, but it won't keep you going. This is why developing the right mindset is far more important than relying on motivation. A strong mindset is like an internal compass. It guides you through tough times, keeps you focused, and helps you stay consistent, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Unlike motivation, which depends on external factors like excitement or mood, your mindset is an internal framework shaped by your beliefs, habits, and attitudes. When you cultivate a mindset built on discipline, resilience, and a commitment to growth, you'll be able to sustain progress regardless of how you feel on any given day. One of the key aspects of a success-oriented mindset is the ability to embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen inside your comfort zone, and waiting for motivation to strike often leads to procrastination. Instead, train your mind to view discomfort as a sign of progress. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, pushing through a challenging project, or learning a new skill, each moment of discomfort is an opportunity to grow stronger and more capable. Another crucial component of mindset is consistency over perfection. Many people fail to achieve their goals because they wait for the perfect moment to start or feel discouraged by setbacks. A strong mindset recognizes that consistency, Showing up day after day, even when it's hard, is what creates real results. Instead of focusing on being perfect, focus on taking small, consistent actions that align with your goals. Mindset also involves shifting your perspective on failure. People with a fixed mindset see failure as proof of their limitations, while those with a growth mindset see it as a valuable learning experience. When you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as part of the journey, you'll find yourself taking more risks, learning faster, and ultimately achieving more. To develop a strong mindset, start by identifying your why. Why do you want to achieve your goals? What drives you to keep going, even when it's tough? Your why acts as an anchor, reminding you of the bigger picture and keeping you focused when motivation wanes. Another strategy is to build mental discipline through small, daily habits. Simple actions like making your bed, sticking to a workout routine, or journaling your thoughts can train your brain to stay disciplined and committed. Over time, these small wins build momentum and reinforce your mindset for success. Visualization and affirmations are also powerful tools for mindset development. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals, and repeat affirmations like, "I am capable of doing hard things," or "I am committed to my growth." These practices help rewire your brain for confidence and resilience. Understanding the importance of mindset over motivation is a game changer. Motivation will come and go, but with the right mindset, you'll have the tools to stay consistent, push through challenges, and achieve success, no matter what. Motivation might ignite the fire, but it's your mindset that keeps it burning. Build a strong foundation within yourself, and you'll unlock a level of perseverance and determination that no external factor can shake. Chapter 5. Habitual Success. Thinking. Success is not a single event or a stroke of luck. It's the result of repeated actions and consistent thinking over time. At the core of this process is habitual success thinking, training your mind to focus on actions, attitudes, and beliefs that naturally lead to positive outcomes. In this chapter, you'll learn how to turn success into a habit, making it a part of who you are rather than something you chase. Habits are the brain's way of conserving energy. When you repeat a behavior enough times, your brain creates neural pathways that make it easier to perform that action without conscious effort. This is why brushing your teeth, driving a car, or tying your shoes feels automatic. You've trained your brain to do these tasks on autopilot. The same principle applies to your thoughts and behaviors. If you repeatedly think and act in ways that align with success, your brain will eventually make those patterns your default mode. But here's the key. Not all habits are created equal. Many of us unconsciously adopt habits of failure, like procrastination, self-doubt, or negative self-talk. These habits might feel automatic, but they can be unlearned and replaced with habits of success. The first step is to become aware of your current thought patterns. Pay attention to how you react to challenges, setbacks, or opportunities. Are your thoughts helping you move forward, or are they holding you back? Once you've identified unproductive habits, it's time to replace them with empowering ones. For example, if you're in the habit of doubting yourself, practice replacing thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," with, "I'm capable of figuring this out." If you habitually procrastinate, create a new habit of taking immediate, small actions toward your goals. These small shifts may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they build momentum and rewire your brain for success. One of the most effective ways to build habits of success is through daily rituals. These are consistent practices that set the tone for your day and reinforce positive thinking. For example, start your morning with a gratitude exercise to train your brain to focus on the good in your life. Follow it with a few minutes of visualization, imagining yourself achieving your goals and feeling proud of your progress. These simple practices create a success-oriented mindset that carries you through the day. Another powerful tool is habit stacking. This involves attaching a new habit to an existing one, making it easier to incorporate into your routine. For instance, if you already have a habit of drinking coffee in the morning, you could stack a new habit like reviewing your goals or saying affirmations during that time. By pairing new habits with established ones, you can seamlessly integrate them into your life. Consistency is the glue that holds habitual success thinking together. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about taking small, deliberate actions every day. Each time you repeat a positive habit, you strengthen the neural pathways in your brain, making it easier to continue that behavior in the future. Over time, these small actions compound, leading to significant changes in your mindset and results. Surround yourself with cues and environments that reinforce your habits. Your surroundings play a crucial role in shaping your behavior. If your workspace is cluttered and distracting, for example, it may be harder to focus on your goals. By creating an environment that supports your success habits, such as keeping a journal on your desk or setting reminders for affirmations, you make it easier to stay consistent. Habitual success thinking is a cornerstone of rewiring your brain. By identifying unproductive patterns, replacing them with empowering ones, and consistently practicing habits of success, you'll transform the way you think and act. Remember, success isn't something you do once, it's something you do every day. With the right habits, success becomes not just a possibility, but an inevitability. Chapter 6. The Role of Visualization. What if you could create the future you desire simply by imagining it? That's the power of visualization, a tool used by top performers, athletes, entrepreneurs, and anyone striving for success. Visualization isn't just wishful thinking. It's a scientifically backed technique that rewires your brain to help you achieve your goals. Your brain is wired to respond to the images you create in your mind. When you visualize yourself succeeding, your brain activates the same neural pathways as it would if you were actually performing the actions in real life. This means that visualization can trick your brain into thinking you've already achieved your goals, making it easier to take action and stay motivated. It's like a mental rehearsal for success, helping you build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay focused on your desired outcomes. For example, imagine an athlete preparing for a race. Before they even step onto the track, they spend time visualizing every detail of their performance, how their muscles feel as they run, the sound of their feet hitting the ground, the finish line getting closer with every step. This mental rehearsal helps them perform better because their brain is already primed for success. The same principle applies to any goal you're working toward. To make visualization effective, it's important to focus on specific, vivid details. Instead of simply imagining being successful, picture yourself achieving a specific goal. If you're working toward a promotion, visualize walking into your boss's office, shaking their hand, and hearing them say, "Congratulations." Feel the excitement in your body, hear the sounds around you, and see the details of the environment. The more detailed and realistic your visualization, the more powerful it becomes. Visualization works best when it's combined with emotion. Your brain pays attention to feelings, so when you visualize your goals, focus on how you'll feel when you achieve them. Will you feel proud, confident, or grateful? By associating positive emotions with your visualization, you strengthen its impact and create a powerful connection between your brain and your desired outcomes. It's also important to visualize not just the end result, but the process of achieving your goals. For instance, if you're working toward running a marathon, don't just imagine crossing the finish line. Visualize yourself training every day, pushing through challenges and feeling stronger with each step. This process-oriented visualization prepares your brain for the hard work required to succeed and reduces the chances of feeling overwhelmed. Another effective technique is future pacing, where you imagine how your life will look after you've achieved your goal. Think about how your day-to-day routine will change, the opportunities that will open up, and the impact it will have on your relationships, finances, or personal growth. By vividly imagining your future, you give your brain a clear target to work toward. To make visualization a habit, set aside a few minutes every day to practice. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted, close your eyes, and focus on your goals. Combine visualization with other practices like affirmations or meditation to amplify its effects. Consistency is key. Just like any skill, the more you practice visualization, the more natural and effective it becomes. In the thinking revolution, visualization is a powerful tool for rewiring your brain for success. By creating a clear mental picture of your goals, associating them with positive emotions, and practicing regularly, you'll train your brain to believe in your potential and take the necessary steps to turn your dreams into reality. Visualization is not a substitute for action. It's a tool to prepare your mind for the journey ahead. When combined with consistent effort and a strong mindset, it can be the key to unlocking a future full of possibility and achievement. Chapter 7. Overcoming Fear with Logic. Fear is one of the most powerful emotions humans experience, and while it can be a helpful survival mechanism, it often holds us back from reaching our full potential. Whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, fear can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in our comfort zones. But here's the good news. Fear is not as uncontrollable as it seems. By applying logic and understanding how fear works, you can take back control and move forward with confidence. Fear is often the brain's way of trying to protect you from perceived danger. However, in most modern situations, the danger your brain reacts to isn't life-threatening, it's psychological. For example, giving a presentation or starting a new business triggers fear because your brain associates the possibility of failure or criticism with risk. The key to overcoming this fear is to separate perceived danger from actual danger and approach it with logic. Start by asking yourself a simple question. What's the worst that could happen? Often, when you face fear head-on, you'll realize that the worst-case scenario isn't as bad as your mind is making it out to be. For example, if you're afraid of pitching an idea, the worst outcome might be that someone says no or gives you constructive feedback. When you strip fear of its emotional intensity and examine it logically, it becomes much less intimidating. The next step is to reframe the fear. Instead of seeing fear as a sign to stop, view it as an opportunity to grow. Fear often appears when you're stepping outside your comfort zone, which is exactly where growth happens. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? By shifting your mindset, fear becomes a challenge to embrace rather than an obstacle to avoid. Another strategy is to focus on facts, not feelings. Fear often exaggerates potential risks while ignoring potential rewards. If you're afraid of failing, write down the actual probabilities of failure and success. Then, list the benefits of taking action, even if the outcome isn't perfect. For instance, even if your business idea doesn't succeed, you might gain valuable skills, connections, and insights that help you in the future. Focusing on the logical benefits of action can help override the emotional weight of fear. Visualization can also help you overcome fear. Instead of fixating on everything that could go wrong, imagine yourself successfully navigating the situation. Picture yourself confidently delivering that speech, acing that interview, or handling challenges with grace. This positive mental rehearsal not only reduces fear, but also prepares your brain for success. When fear feels overwhelming, practice grounding techniques to bring yourself back to the present moment. Deep breathing, mindfulness, or simply reminding yourself that the fear is temporary can help you regain control. Remember, fear is often rooted in what-if scenarios that haven't even happened yet. By staying grounded, you can focus on what's real and actionable in the present. Action is one of the most powerful antidotes to fear. Fear thrives on inaction, but the moment you take even a small step forward, its grip begins to loosen. Start with manageable actions that build confidence. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, start by speaking in front of a small, supportive group before working your way up to larger audiences. Each small victory reinforces the idea that fear can be overcome. Overcoming fear with logic is a crucial step in rewiring your brain for success. Fear will always exist. It's a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. By understanding the root of your fear, reframing it as an opportunity, and taking logical, deliberate action, you can move past it and unlock your full potential. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward despite it. And when you do, you'll discover that fear was never as powerful as it seemed. It was simply a door waiting for you to open it. Chapter 8. The Gratitude Advantage. Gratitude is one of the most transformative tools for rewiring your brain and cultivating a mindset of success. Yet it's often overlooked in the hustle and bustle of daily life. Many people associate gratitude with polite gestures like saying, "Thank you," but true gratitude goes far deeper. It's a powerful mental practice that shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. This shift not only changes your outlook, but also rewires your brain to see more opportunities, build stronger relationships, and attract greater success. When you practice gratitude regularly, you activate the brain's reward system, releasing feel-good chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These neurotransmitters enhance your mood, reduce stress, and increase feelings of happiness and well-being. Over time, gratitude strengthens neural pathways associated with positivity, making it easier for you to focus on the good in your life. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means choosing to see the silver linings and lessons in every situation. The benefits of gratitude extend beyond the brain. Studies show that people who regularly practice gratitude are more likely to experience improved physical health, better sleep, and stronger relationships. Gratitude helps you feel more connected to others, fostering empathy and reducing feelings of isolation. It also improves your ability to cope with adversity, as it shifts your perspective from "why is this happening to me" to "what can I learn from this experience?" So how do you incorporate gratitude into your daily life? Start with a simple yet powerful exercise, the Gratitude Journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be big or life-changing. They can be as simple as a kind word from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or a meal you enjoyed. The key is to focus on the positive aspects of your day, no matter how small, and allow yourself to truly feel the gratitude as you write them down. Another effective technique is expressing gratitude to others. Take the time to tell someone how much you appreciate them, whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague. You can do this through a heartfelt conversation, a handwritten note, or even a quick text. Expressing gratitude not only strengthens your relationships, but also reinforces your own feelings of positivity and connection. Gratitude can also be practiced in the moment. Throughout the day, pause and take note of things you're thankful for as they happen. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of focusing on the frustration, Take a moment to appreciate the fact that you have a car and a destination to go to. These small shifts in perspective add up over time, training your brain to automatically look for the good in every situation. One of the most profound ways to practice gratitude is by shifting your focus during difficult times. When faced with challenges, ask yourself, what's one thing I can be grateful for in this situation? This might be a lesson learned, an opportunity for growth, or the strength you're building by overcoming the obstacle. By finding gratitude in adversity, you develop resilience and a mindset that sees challenges as stepping stones to success. Gratitude also amplifies your ability to attract success. In the field of psychology, this is often referred to as the law of attraction or the principle of reciprocity. When you focus on the good in your life, you emit a positive energy that naturally draws more positivity toward you. People are more likely to want to work with, support, and help someone who radiates gratitude and optimism. For gratitude to have a lasting impact, consistency is key. Like any habit, the more you practice gratitude, the more ingrained it becomes in your thought patterns. Over time, you'll notice that your default response to situations, whether positive or negative, becomes one of appreciation. This doesn't mean ignoring hardships, but rather choosing to focus on the lessons, opportunities, and blessings that coexist with them. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good practice. It's a cornerstone of rewiring your brain for success. By cultivating a grateful mindset, you train your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity, attract positive experiences, and build the emotional resilience needed to overcome challenges. Gratitude isn't just something you feel, it's something you live. And when you live a life of gratitude, you create a mental environment where success, happiness, and fulfillment can thrive. So start today. Take a moment to appreciate the good in your life, no matter how small, and watch how it transforms not only your outlook, but also your entire reality. Chapter 9. The Focus Formula. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, focus is more valuable than ever. It's the ability to direct your attention fully to what matters most, shutting out the noise and chaos around you. Yet, for many of us, focus feels like an elusive skill. We jump from task to task, check our phones every few minutes, and struggle to finish even the simplest projects. But here's the truth. Focus is not something you're born with. It's a skill you can train and master. Your brain is wired to seek novelty. Every time you hear a notification ping or scroll through social media, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, a chemical that rewards you for engaging with something new. While this system was useful for survival in ancient times, it's now one of the biggest barriers to focus in the modern world. The good news is that you can retrain your brain to resist distractions and develop laser-like focus on your goals. The first step to mastering focus is to prioritize your tasks. Not everything on your to-do list is equally important. Use the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, which states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify the key tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals and focus on those first. By narrowing your attention to what truly matters, you can accomplish more in less time. Next, create an environment that supports focus. Your surroundings have a significant impact on your ability to concentrate. Start by eliminating distractions. Silence your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and declutter your workspace. A clean, organized environment signals to your brain that it's time to work. If possible, set up a dedicated space for focused work, somewhere free from interruptions where your brain associates the space with productivity. Another powerful strategy is to use time blocking. This involves scheduling specific blocks of time for focused work and sticking to those time slots. During these blocks, commit to working on one task without multitasking. Multitasking might feel productive, but research shows that it actually reduces efficiency and increases mistakes. Time blocking trains your brain to focus deeply on one thing at a time, improving both the quality and speed of your work. To sustain focus, leverage the Pomodoro technique. This method involves working for 25 minutes of intense focus, followed by a 5-minute break. After completing 4 cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. The short bursts of work help keep your brain engaged, while the breaks prevent burnout and maintain your energy levels throughout the day. Focus isn't just about eliminating distractions. It's also about managing your energy. Your ability to concentrate fluctuates throughout the day, so it's essential to align your most important tasks with your peak energy periods. For many people, this is in the morning, but it varies depending on your natural rhythm. Pay attention to when you feel most alert and schedule your high-priority work during those times. Another critical aspect of focus is learning to say no. Every time you say yes to a new task, project, or commitment, you're dividing your attention and energy. While it's tempting to take on everything, true focus requires you to protect your time and prioritize what aligns with your goals. Remember, saying no to distractions is saying yes to your success. To further enhance focus, train your brain with mindfulness practices. Activities like meditation and deep breathing help strengthen your ability to concentrate by teaching you to bring your attention back to the present moment. Even just 10 minutes a day of mindfulness can have a significant impact on your focus and mental clarity. Reflect on your progress regularly. At the end of each day, review what you accomplished and identify areas where your focus faltered. This practice helps you become more aware of your habits and adjust your strategies for the future. Over time, you'll develop a deeper understanding of what works best for you and how to maintain your focus consistently. Mastering the focus formula is a game-changing step in rewiring your brain for success. When you learn to prioritize, eliminate distractions, and direct your attention to what matters most, you unlock the ability to accomplish extraordinary things in less time. Focus is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. By committing to a focused mindset and implementing these strategies, you'll not only improve your productivity, but also gain a greater sense of control over your time and your life. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things with intention and focus. Chapter 10. Mindfulness for Mental Clarity. In a world filled with endless distractions and constant demands, mindfulness has become a cornerstone for achieving mental clarity and focus. It's the practice of being fully present in the moment, aware of your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. While mindfulness is often associated with relaxation, its true power lies in its ability to help you cut through mental clutter, reduce stress, and make clearer, more confident decisions. At its core, mindfulness is about taking control of your attention. Your mind is naturally prone to wander, thinking about the past, worrying about the future, or jumping from one thought to another. This mental chatter not only drains your energy, but also makes it harder to focus on what truly matters. By practicing mindfulness, you train your brain to stay in the present moment, where your greatest power lies. The science behind mindfulness is compelling. Studies show that regular mindfulness practice strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and self-control. It also reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's fear center, which means you're less likely to react impulsively or emotionally under stress. Over time, mindfulness rewires your brain to respond to challenges with calmness and clarity rather than anxiety or overwhelm. So, how can you bring mindfulness into your daily life? Start with mindful breathing, one of the simplest and most effective practices. Set aside a few minutes each day to focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly through your mouth. As you breathe, bring your attention to the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently guide it back to your breath. This practice trains your brain to stay present and resist distractions. Another powerful technique is body scanning. This involves directing your attention to different parts of your body, noticing any tension, discomfort or sensations without trying to change them. Start at the top of your head and slowly work your way down to your toes. Body scanning not only helps you release physical tension, but also strengthens your awareness of the mind-body connection, which is essential for mental clarity. Mindfulness isn't limited to meditation. It can be woven into your everyday activities. Practice mindful eating by slowing down and savoring each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and smells of your food. Or try mindful walking, where you focus on the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, and the sounds around you. These simple practices bring mindfulness into your routine, helping you stay grounded and present throughout the day. One of the most transformative aspects of mindfulness is its ability to help you detach from negative thoughts. Often, we become so caught up in our thoughts that we mistake them for reality. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts as they arise, like clouds passing through the sky, rather than getting swept away by them. This detachment allows you to recognize unhelpful thought patterns and choose more constructive ways of thinking. Mindfulness also enhances your ability to handle stress. When you're mindful, you're better equipped to pause, assess the situation, and respond intentionally rather than reacting impulsively. For example, if you receive an upsetting email, mindfulness allows you to take a moment to breathe, calm your emotions, and craft a thoughtful response instead of reacting out of frustration. This ability to respond rather than react is a hallmark of mental clarity and emotional intelligence. Consistency is key to reaping the benefits of mindfulness. Start small by committing to just 5 to 10 minutes a day, and gradually increase the duration as it becomes a habit. Tools like mindfulness apps, guided meditations, or even simple reminders to pause and breathe can help you stay consistent. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Each moment of mindfulness adds up, creating a stronger, clearer, and more focused mind over time. Mindfulness is a foundational practice for rewiring your brain. It helps you clear away mental clutter, stay present in the moment, and make decisions with greater confidence and focus. By cultivating mindfulness, you unlock the clarity needed to navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and move closer to your goals. Mindfulness is not about escaping reality. It's about fully engaging with it. When you're mindful, you're not just living life. You're experiencing it with clarity, intention, and purpose. Start practicing mindfulness today and watch as your mind becomes sharper, your stress decreases, and your path to success becomes clearer than ever. Chapter 11. Emotional Intelligence and Success. Success is often thought of as a result of knowledge, skills, and hard work. While these are undeniably important, there's another key ingredient that's often overlooked: emotional intelligence, EQ. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, manage, and influence both your own emotions and the emotions of others. It's a skill that directly impacts your relationships, decision-making, and resilience, making it a critical factor in long-term success. At its core, emotional intelligence is about awareness and control. It starts with self-awareness, the ability to recognize your emotions as they arise. Many people go through life reacting to emotions without understanding their root causes. For example, you might lash out at a colleague because you're stressed about a deadline, or withdraw from a conversation because you feel insecure. By becoming aware of your emotions, you can take a step back and choose how to respond, rather than letting your emotions control you. The next component of EQ is self-regulation, the ability to manage your emotions in a healthy way. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your feelings, but rather channeling them constructively. For instance, instead of letting frustration lead to an angry outburst, you can use it as motivation to find a solution. Self-regulation helps you stay calm under pressure, maintain focus, and navigate challenges without being overwhelmed by stress or negativity. Emotional intelligence also involves empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Empathy is the foundation of strong relationships, whether in your personal life or at work. When you're empathetic, you can see things from another person's perspective, making it easier to communicate, build trust, and resolve conflicts. Empathy doesn't just benefit others, it also helps you gain valuable insights that can improve your own decision-making and leadership skills. One of the most impactful aspects of emotional intelligence is its role in social skills. Whether you're collaborating with a team, networking with peers, or leading a group, strong social skills are essential for building connections and achieving shared goals. People with high EQ are skilled at active listening, clear communication, and conflict resolution, all of which contribute to stronger, more productive relationships. So, how can you develop your emotional intelligence? Start by practicing mindfulness, which helps you become more aware of your emotions and their triggers. For example, if you notice yourself feeling stressed, pause and ask yourself, what's causing this feeling? Is it something I can control or change? This awareness allows you to address the root cause of your emotions rather than reacting impulsively. Another powerful tool is journaling. Take time each day to reflect on your emotions and how you handled them. Write about situations where you felt challenged, how you responded, and what you could do differently next time. Journaling not only helps you process your emotions, but also reveals patterns that can guide your personal growth. To build empathy, practice active listening. When someone is speaking, give them your full attention and resist the urge to interrupt or jump to conclusions. Instead, ask open-ended questions and reflect on what they're saying to show that you understand. This simple habit can dramatically improve your relationships and help you see the world from different perspectives. Self-regulation can be strengthened through techniques like breathing exercises and visualization. When you feel emotions like anger or frustration rising, take a moment to breathe deeply and visualize a calm, positive outcome. This pause gives you the space to choose a thoughtful response rather than reacting emotionally. In professional settings, emotional intelligence plays a significant role in leadership and collaboration. Leaders with high EQ inspire trust, motivate their teams, and navigate challenges with grace. They understand that success isn't just about achieving goals, it's about how you achieve them and how you make others feel along the way. Emotional intelligence is a vital component of rewiring your brain for success. By developing self-awareness, managing your emotions, and building empathy and social skills, you create a foundation for stronger relationships, better decisions, and greater resilience. Emotional intelligence is a skill, not a fixed trait. With practice and intention, you can develop it over time, improving not only your personal and professional life, but also your overall happiness and well-being. Success isn't just about what you know, it's about how you connect, communicate, and grow with others. Cultivating emotional intelligence is one of the most powerful steps you can take on your journey to success. Chapter 12. The Growth Mindset Blueprint. At the heart of personal and professional success lies a simple but powerful concept: the growth mindset. Coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, the growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and skills can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. It stands in stark contrast to the fixed mindset, which assumes that your talents and intelligence are static, unchangeable traits. Embracing a growth mindset is one of the most transformative steps you can take to rewire your brain for success. A growth mindset is not just about being optimistic. It's about seeing challenges, failures, and obstacles as opportunities to grow, rather than as evidence of your limitations. People with a growth mindset understand that success is a journey of continuous improvement, and they focus on the process rather than the outcome. This mindset fuels resilience, adaptability, and a willingness to take risks, all of which are essential for achieving long-term success. One of the key aspects of a growth mindset is the ability to reframe failure. In a fixed mindset, failure is seen as a reflection of your abilities. I failed, so I'm not good enough. But in a growth mindset, failure is viewed as a natural part of the learning process. I failed, so I need to try a different approach. This shift in perspective allows you to approach challenges with curiosity and persistence rather than fear and self-doubt. Another hallmark of the growth mindset is a focus on effort over talent. People with a fixed mindset often believe that success is the result of innate talent. Either you have it or you don't. This belief can lead to a fear of trying new things or stepping outside your comfort zone because failure feels like proof of inadequacy. In contrast, a growth mindset emphasizes the importance of effort, practice, and learning. It recognizes that even the most talented individuals achieve greatness through hard work and dedication. To cultivate a growth mindset, start by paying attention to your self-talk. When you encounter a challenge or setback, what do you tell yourself? Do you think, "I'm not good at this," or "I can't do this"? If so, replace these fixed mindset thoughts with growth-oriented ones like, "I'm still learning," or "This is an opportunity to grow." Over time, these small shifts in self-talk can create new neural pathways in your brain, reinforcing the belief that you can improve with effort. Another powerful strategy is to seek out feedback. In a fixed mindset, feedback is often perceived as criticism, something to be avoided. But in a growth mindset, feedback is seen as valuable information that can help you improve. Actively seek feedback from others and approach it with an open mind. Instead of focusing on what you did wrong, focus on what you can learn and how you can apply that knowledge moving forward. Goal setting is also an essential part of the growth mindset blueprint. Instead of setting goals that focus solely on outcomes, e.g., "I want to get an A on this test," or "I want to land this job," set process-oriented goals that emphasize learning and effort, e.g., "I want to study effectively every day," or "I want to improve my interview skills." Process-oriented goals keep you motivated and focused on the actions that lead to success, rather than being discouraged by setbacks along the way. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire growth is another critical step. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. Spend time with individuals who challenge you to think differently, encourage you to take risks, and support your efforts to grow. These relationships provide the motivation and inspiration needed to stay committed to your growth journey. Embracing a growth mindset also requires a commitment to lifelong learning. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, or learning from experiences, continually expanding your knowledge and skills reinforces the belief that you are capable of growth. Make learning a habit and approach every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity to gain new insights. The growth mindset is not just a concept, it's a way of life. By adopting the belief that you can always improve, you unlock your brain's potential for adaptation and change. You stop fearing failure, start embracing challenges, and develop the resilience to keep going, even when the path gets tough. Your mindset is the foundation for everything you achieve. A growth mindset doesn't guarantee instant success, but it gives you the tools to persist, learn, and grow until you reach your goals. When you believe in your ability to improve, there's no limit to what you can accomplish. With the growth mindset blueprint, success becomes not just a destination, but a lifelong journey of self-discovery and achievement. Chapter 13. Reframing Failures. Failure is often seen as the ultimate roadblock, something to be avoided, feared, or even ashamed of. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a critical part of the journey to achieving it. What separates successful people from everyone else is not their ability to avoid failure, but their ability to reframe it. By shifting your perspective on failure, you can transform it from a source of frustration and self-doubt into one of your most powerful tools for growth and improvement. At its core, reframing failure is about changing the way you interpret setbacks. Instead of viewing failure as proof that you're not good enough, start seeing it as feedback, valuable information that shows you what isn't working and what you can improve. For example, if you didn't land a job after an interview, instead of thinking, "I'm just not qualified," ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I prepare better for the next opportunity? This mindset shift helps you focus on growth rather than getting stuck in self-criticism. One of the biggest barriers to reframing failure is the fear of judgment. Many people avoid taking risks because they're afraid of what others will think if they fail. But the truth is, failure is a universal experience. Everyone fails at some point. It's part of being human. The key is to embrace failure as a normal and necessary step on the path to success. When you stop worrying about what others think, you free yourself to take bold actions and learn from your mistakes. Another important aspect of reframing failure is recognizing the lessons it offers. Every failure carries valuable insights if you're willing to look for them. For instance, failing to meet a deadline might teach you about the importance of time management, while a failed business venture might reveal gaps in your strategy or areas where you need to grow. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience, and how can I use that knowledge to improve? This approach turns every failure into an opportunity for growth. It's also helpful to redefine your relationship with risk. Many people avoid risks because they're afraid of failing, but without risk, there's no reward. Successful people understand that taking risks is essential for achieving big goals. They also know that failure is often a stepping stone to success. Think of famous inventors, entrepreneurs, and leaders. Many of them experienced countless failures before reaching their breakthroughs. For example, Thomas Edison famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." One practical strategy for reframing failure is to keep a failure journal. In this journal, record your failures and the lessons you've learned from them. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns and insights that can guide your growth. For example, you might notice that you tend to overcommit to tasks or underestimate how much time a project will take. By reflecting on these patterns, you can make adjustments and approach future challenges more effectively. Visualization can also help you overcome the fear of failure. Instead of visualizing only success, take a moment to imagine what failure might look like and how you'll recover from it. This exercise helps you prepare for setbacks emotionally and mentally, reducing their impact when they happen. By planning your response to failure, you build resilience and confidence in your ability to bounce back. It's also important to celebrate your efforts, even when the outcome isn't what you hoped for. Recognize that taking action, trying something new, or stepping out of your comfort zone is a victory in itself. Every time you push yourself to try, you're building the courage and experience needed to succeed. Remember, the only true failure is the failure to try. Surround yourself with stories of resilience and success. Read about people who failed multiple times before achieving greatness. These stories remind you that failure is not the end, but a part of the process. When you see how others have turned their failures into stepping stones, you'll be inspired to do the same. Reframing failure is a cornerstone of rewiring your brain for success. It teaches you to embrace failure as a teacher, not an enemy. By changing the way you view setbacks, you'll build resilience, gain valuable insights, and develop the courage to take risks that lead to growth and achievement. Failure is not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Each failure brings you one step closer to your goals, as long as you're willing to reflect, adapt, and keep moving forward. With the right mindset, failure isn't a roadblock. It's a stepping stone to your greatest successes. Chapter 14. The Power of Affirmations. Words have an incredible impact on your mind. They can either lift you up or hold you back. This is especially true when it comes to the words you say to yourself. Affirmations, or positive statements about yourself and your life, are a powerful tool for rewiring your brain, boosting your confidence, and aligning your mindset with success. When used consistently, affirmations can help you replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, creating a mental environment that fosters growth and achievement. At first glance, affirmations might seem overly simple or even a bit cliché, but neuroscience reveals that they have a profound effect on the brain. When you repeat affirmations, you activate the brain's reward system and strengthen the neural pathways associated with those positive thoughts. Over time, this repetition trains your brain to adopt those beliefs as truths. This is especially impactful because your brain often can't tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that actually happens. By repeating affirmations, you essentially trick your brain into believing in your success before it manifests in reality. The key to effective affirmations lies in their wording and repetition. Affirmations should be positive, present tense, and specific. For example, instead of saying, "I don't want to fail," reframe it as, "I am capable and successful." Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you want to achieve. For instance, say, "I am confident in my ability to lead," rather than, "I wish I were more confident." This subtle shift trains your brain to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Another important aspect of affirmations is pairing them with emotion. Simply repeating words without feeling won't have the same impact. When you say your affirmations, imagine how you would feel if they were already true. Visualize the emotions of pride, joy, or confidence flowing through you as you repeat the words. This emotional connection strengthens the neural pathways and reinforces the belief in your subconscious mind. To incorporate affirmations into your daily routine, start with a morning affirmation practice. Begin each day by standing in front of a mirror and repeating a set of affirmations that resonate with your goals and values. For example, if you're working on building self-confidence, you might say, "I am confident, capable, and deserving of success." If you're focused on a specific goal, such as starting a business, you could say, I have the creativity and drive to make my business thrive. The mirror adds an extra layer of engagement by allowing you to see yourself embodying those beliefs. Another effective method is to write your affirmations down. Keep a journal where you write your affirmations daily, reinforcing them through the act of writing. You can also place sticky notes with affirmations in visible places, like your workspace, bathroom mirror, or even your phone screen. These visual reminders keep your affirmations top of mind throughout the day, helping you stay aligned with your goals. Affirmations are particularly powerful when paired with visualization. After repeating your affirmations, spend a few minutes imagining the scenarios where they come true. For instance, if your affirmation is, "I am a confident and engaging speaker," picture yourself delivering a speech to an audience, receiving applause, and feeling proud of your performance. Visualization makes the affirmations feel more real and achievable, further reinforcing their impact on your brain. It's also important to address self-doubt when it arises. If you find yourself thinking, "This isn't true," or "I don't really believe this," don't worry. This is normal, especially in the beginning. The purpose of affirmations is to challenge and replace those doubts. When negative thoughts creep in, consciously replace them with your affirmations. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, "I can't handle this," counter it immediately with, "I am strong and capable of overcoming challenges." Over time, the positive affirmations will become your default way of thinking. To make affirmations even more effective, pair them with action. While affirmations help rewire your mindset, taking steps toward your goals reinforces the belief that they are achievable. For example, if your affirmation is, "I am financially independent," take small, consistent actions to improve your financial literacy, save money, or start a side hustle. Action amplifies the impact of affirmations, turning them from mere words into lived experiences. Affirmations aren't just about feeling good. They're about building mental resilience and aligning your thoughts with your goals. In the thinking revolution, the power of affirmations plays a crucial role in rewiring your brain for success. By consistently affirming your potential and worth, you create a mental foundation that supports your growth and empowers you to overcome challenges. Affirmations are a practice, not a quick fix. The more you repeat them, the stronger their impact on your mindset and life. With time, patience, and belief, affirmations can help you transform your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately, your reality. So start today. Choose words that uplift you, repeat them with conviction, and watch as your life begins to shift in incredible ways. Chapter 15. Detaching from Negativity. Negativity is like mental clutter. It weighs you down, clouds your judgment, and limits your ability to see opportunities for growth and success. Whether it comes from your own thoughts, external circumstances, or the people around you, negativity can trap you in a cycle of self-doubt, fear, and inaction. The good news is that you have the power to detach from negativity and create a mental environment where positivity, clarity, and success can thrive. The first step to detaching from negativity is recognizing its sources. Negativity can originate from internal thoughts, such as self-criticism or fear of failure, or external factors like toxic relationships, constant exposure to bad news, or stressful environments. Pay attention to when and where negativity shows up in your life. Do certain situations, people, or habits trigger negative thoughts? Self-awareness is key to breaking free from its hold. Once you've identified the sources of negativity, it's important to challenge and reframe your negative thoughts. Your brain is naturally wired to focus on threats and problems, an evolutionary mechanism designed to keep you safe. However, this negativity bias can lead you to dwell on worst-case scenarios or overanalyze minor setbacks. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and ask, "Is this thought helping me or holding me back?" Then, consciously reframe it into a more constructive perspective. For example, instead of thinking, "I always mess things up," say, "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it and improve." Practicing gratitude is one of the most effective ways to detach from negativity. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right in your life. It rewires your brain to notice the good, even in challenging situations. Start by keeping a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Over time, this practice trains your mind to see positivity as the default, reducing the impact of negativity. Another powerful strategy is to set boundaries with negative influences. This includes limiting your exposure to toxic people, draining conversations, or environments that foster negativity. If you have a colleague who constantly complains or a friend who thrives on drama, consider distancing yourself or redirecting the conversation towards something positive. Protecting your mental space is crucial for maintaining a mindset geared towards success. It's also important to control your exposure to negative media and news. While staying informed is important, constant consumption of bad news can leave you feeling anxious and overwhelmed. Set boundaries around how and when you consume news, such as checking headlines once a day rather than scrolling endlessly, and balance it with uplifting content that inspires and motivates you. Mindfulness and meditation are invaluable tools for detaching from negativity. When negative thoughts arise, mindfulness teaches you to observe them without judgment rather than getting swept away by them. For example, if you're feeling frustrated, take a moment to breathe deeply and acknowledge the emotion without reacting to it. Imagine your negative thoughts as clouds passing in the sky. They're temporary and don't define you. This practice helps you create space between your emotions and your reactions, giving you greater control over your mindset. Building a positive inner circle is another way to counter negativity. Surround yourself with people who uplift, encourage, and inspire you. Positive relationships create a ripple effect, boosting your mood and helping you maintain an optimistic outlook. When you're surrounded by positivity, it becomes easier to detach from negative influences and focus on your goals. Self-care is also essential for managing negativity. A healthy body supports a healthy mind, so prioritize activities that boost your physical and emotional well-being. Regular exercise, adequate sleep, and a balanced diet all contribute to a more positive mindset by reducing stress and increasing your energy levels. Simple self-care rituals, like taking a walk in nature or spending time on a hobby you love, can also help you reset and recharge. When it comes to negativity, one of the most important lessons is to recognize what you can and cannot control. Many negative thoughts stem from worrying about things outside your influence, like other people's opinions or unpredictable events. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, you regain your power and free yourself from unnecessary stress. Detaching from negativity is a critical step in rewiring your brain for success. It's not about pretending that challenges don't exist or forcing yourself to be happy all the time. Instead, it's about shifting your focus away from what drags you down and toward what lifts you up. It's about creating mental and emotional space where positivity, growth, and clarity can flourish. Negativity is not something you have to live with. It's something you can let go of. By recognizing its sources, reframing your thoughts, and surrounding yourself with positivity, you can break free from the cycle of negativity and step into a more empowered, optimistic mindset. Letting go of negativity isn't just a choice, it's a habit, and one that will transform your life in ways you never imagined. Chapter 16. Mental Reprogramming Through Repetition. Your brain is like a computer, constantly running on the programs of your thoughts, beliefs, and habits. These programs determine how you respond to challenges, approach opportunities, and ultimately shape your success. The good news is that you can reprogram your mind to work for you rather than against you, and one of the most effective ways to do this is through repetition. By consistently reinforcing new, empowering thoughts and behaviors, you can overwrite old, limiting patterns and create a mindset geared for growth and achievement. Repetition works because it strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. Every time you repeat a thought or action, your brain reinforces the connections between neurons, making that thought or action easier and more automatic over time. Think of it like carving a path through a forest. The more you walk the path, the clearer and more defined it becomes. Similarly, when you consistently practice positive thoughts and behaviors, they become your brain's default setting. The first step to mental reprogramming is to identify the beliefs and habits you want to change. Pay attention to your internal dialogue. What do you tell yourself when you're facing a challenge? Do you hear thoughts like, "I'm not good enough," or "this will never work"? These are signs of limiting beliefs that have been reinforced over time. Write them down and make a conscious decision to replace them with empowering beliefs, such as, "I am capable of learning and improving," or "I have the tools to figure this out." Once you've identified the new beliefs you want to adopt, the key is to repeat them consistently. This is where tools like affirmations, visualization, and journaling come into play. For example, if you're working on building confidence, create an affirmation like, "I am confident, capable, and ready for success." Repeat this affirmation daily, preferably in the morning, to set a positive tone for the day. Say it out loud, write it down, and even record yourself saying it so you can listen to it throughout the day. The more you repeat it, the stronger its impact on your subconscious mind. Visualization is another powerful method for reprogramming your mind. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself living the reality of your new belief. For instance, if your goal is to become a successful entrepreneur, visualize yourself running a thriving business, meeting clients, and feeling proud of your accomplishments. Include as much detail as possible. What does your office look like? How do you feel? This repetition of positive imagery helps your brain internalize the belief that success is not just possible, but inevitable. Habits play a crucial role in mental reprogramming. Your daily routines shape your mindset just as much as your thoughts do. To create new mental patterns, align your habits with your desired beliefs. For example, if you want to adopt a growth mindset, commit to learning something new every day, whether it's reading a book, taking a course, or practicing a skill. These actions reinforce the belief that you're constantly growing and improving. One of the most effective ways to build new habits is through small, consistent actions. Start with manageable steps that are easy to incorporate into your routine. For example, if your goal is to think more positively, begin by writing down one positive thought each morning. As this becomes a habit, add more positive practices, such as expressing gratitude or reframing challenges as opportunities. These small steps might seem insignificant at first, but over time they create powerful changes in your mindset. Consistency is the secret to success in mental reprogramming. Your brain doesn't change overnight. It takes time and repetition to overwrite old patterns and establish new ones. Set a daily schedule for your reprogramming practices and stick to it, even on days when it feels challenging. Remember, Every repetition strengthens the new neural pathways in your brain, bringing you closer to your goals. It's also important to surround yourself with reinforcing environments and people. If you're trying to adopt a success-oriented mindset, spend time with individuals who embody the traits you admire. Their energy, habits, and attitudes will reinforce your own efforts. Similarly, create an environment that supports your goals. This might mean keeping a journal by your bedside for nightly reflections, or placing visual reminders of your affirmations around your home or workspace. Practice patience and persistence. Mental reprogramming is a journey, not a quick fix. You may encounter resistance from your old patterns, and that's normal. Change takes time, but with consistent effort, your brain will adapt. Celebrate small wins along the way, and remind yourself of the progress you're making, even if it's not immediately visible. Mental reprogramming through repetition is a cornerstone of rewiring your brain for success. By replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones and reinforcing them through consistent practice, you'll create a mindset that aligns with your goals and supports your growth. Every thought you repeat and every action you take is shaping the person you're becoming. Choose thoughts and actions that serve you and commit to the process. With repetition and persistence, you'll reprogram your mind to think, act, and achieve like never before. The future you want starts with the thoughts you practice today. Chapter 17. Surrounding yourself with success. You've probably heard the saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." While this might sound like a cliché, there's a deep truth behind it. The people, environments, and influences you surround yourself with play a significant role in shaping your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success. To rewire your brain for achievement, it's crucial to intentionally build a circle of success, a network of people and environments that inspire, motivate, and push you toward your goals. The first step to surrounding yourself with success is to evaluate your current environment. Look closely at the people you spend the most time with. Are they supportive, positive, and growth-oriented? Or are they negative, critical, and complacent? While it's natural to have a mix of personalities in your life, spending too much time with people who dwell on negativity or discourage your ambitions can hold you back. Their energy and attitudes can subtly influence your thinking, making it harder for you to maintain a success-oriented mindset. To create a circle of success, start by seeking out like-minded individuals who share your goals and values. These could be mentors, peers, or even people you admire from a distance. Surrounding yourself with people who are driven, ambitious, and focused on growth can inspire you to aim higher and stay accountable to your goals. Engage in communities, groups, or events related to your interests. Whether it's a professional association, a mastermind group, or an online forum, these connections can provide invaluable support, encouragement, and insights. In addition to building relationships, pay attention to the content you consume, the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the media you watch all influence your thoughts and beliefs. Make a conscious effort to fill your mind with content that inspires and empowers you. Read biographies of successful people, listen to motivational speakers, or follow thought leaders who align with your vision. Over time, these positive influences will reinforce your success-oriented mindset and help you stay focused on your goals. Your physical environment also plays a crucial role in shaping your success. A cluttered, disorganized space can create mental chaos and distract you from your priorities. On the other hand, a clean, organized environment fosters clarity and focus. Take the time to design a workspace or home environment that reflects your goals and aspirations. Add elements that motivate you, such as vision boards, quotes, or symbols of your achievements. Your environment should act as a constant reminder of what you're working toward. Another key aspect of surrounding yourself with success is learning to set boundaries. While you can't completely cut out every negative influence in your life, you can limit their impact. Politely distance yourself from people who drain your energy or discourage your ambitions. Instead, invest more time in relationships that uplift and support you. This doesn't mean abandoning old friends or family members, but rather creating healthy boundaries that protect your mindset and energy. In your circle of success, don't just focus on what others can give you. Think about what you can contribute. Offer support, encouragement, and value to the people around you. Success is not a solo journey. It's about building mutually beneficial relationships where everyone grows together. By being a positive influence in others' lives, you'll attract people who want to do the same for you. Surrounding yourself with success also means learning from those who have achieved what you aspire to. Find mentors or role models who can guide you and provide insights from their own experiences. Don't be afraid to ask questions, seek advice, or study their habits and strategies. Mentorship is one of the most effective ways to accelerate your growth and avoid common pitfalls. Keep in mind that surrounding yourself with success doesn't mean avoiding challenges or difficult situations. Instead, it's about creating a foundation of positivity and support that helps you navigate those challenges with confidence. Even when things get tough, your circle of success will remind you of your potential and keep you motivated to keep pushing forward. Surrounding yourself with success is a fundamental strategy for rewiring your brain. By intentionally choosing the people, environments, and influences that shape your mindset, you set yourself up for growth and achievement. Success is contagious. The more you surround yourself with people and environments that reflect your goals, the more your brain will internalize those values and habits. Choose wisely, build connections with intention, and watch as your circle of success propels you toward the life you've always envisioned. Chapter 18. Leveraging the Subconscious Mind. Your subconscious mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, yet many people don't fully understand how to harness its potential. While your conscious mind is responsible for logic, reasoning, and decision-making, your subconscious operates behind the scenes, controlling your beliefs, habits, and automatic responses. It's like the engine running in the background, quietly shaping your thoughts, actions, and outcomes. By learning to leverage the power of your subconscious mind, you can align it with your goals and create profound, lasting changes in your life. The subconscious mind is where your deeply held beliefs and habitual thoughts are stored. These beliefs, whether positive or negative, influence every aspect of your life. For instance, if your subconscious holds the belief that "I'm not good enough," it will subtly steer your actions to align with that belief, often sabotaging your efforts to succeed. On the other hand, if your subconscious believes "I'm capable of achieving great things," it will work to reinforce that belief by guiding you toward opportunities and solutions. The first step to leveraging your subconscious mind is to become aware of the beliefs it holds. Start paying attention to the recurring thoughts that surface in your mind, especially in moments of doubt, stress, or decision-making. Do you hear negative self-talk such as "I'll never succeed" or "This is too hard"? These thoughts are clues to the limiting beliefs stored in your subconscious. Once you've identified them, you can begin the process of rewriting them. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your subconscious is through affirmations. When you repeat positive, empowering statements regularly, you send a message to your subconscious mind, gradually replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, supportive ones. For example, if you want to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, you could use affirmations like, "I attract opportunities and abundance into my life," or "There is more than enough for everyone, including me." Over time, these affirmations become embedded in your subconscious, shaping your actions and attitudes. Visualization is another powerful tool for influencing the subconscious mind. Your subconscious responds strongly to imagery, so when you visualize your goals with vivid detail, it interprets those images as reality. For instance, if your goal is to become a successful entrepreneur, spend a few minutes each day visualizing yourself running a thriving business, interacting with clients, and achieving financial success. Feel the emotions associated with that success: pride, excitement, and confidence. This practice trains your subconscious to align with the reality you're creating in your mind. Your subconscious also responds to repetition and consistency. The more frequently you expose it to positive thoughts, beliefs, and actions, the more it adopts them as its default programming. This is why habits are so powerful. They're essentially subconscious routines that dictate much of your daily life. By consciously choosing habits that align with your goals, you can gradually reprogram your subconscious for success. Meditation is another effective way to access and influence your subconscious mind. During meditation, your brain enters a relaxed state, making it more receptive to new ideas and suggestions. Use this time to focus on positive affirmations, visualize your goals, or simply reflect on the beliefs you want to cultivate. Meditation quiets the conscious mind, allowing you to connect more deeply with your subconscious and plant seeds of transformation. It's also important to monitor the language you use daily. Your subconscious takes your words and thoughts literally, so phrases like, "I can't do this," or "this is impossible," reinforce limiting beliefs. Instead, reframe your language to be empowering and solution-focused. For example, replace "I'm terrible at this" with "I'm learning and improving every day." The more you speak in alignment with your goals, the more your subconscious will work to make them a reality. Sleep is a key time for subconscious reprogramming. While you sleep, your conscious mind rests, but your subconscious remains active. Listening to affirmations, guided meditations, or positive messages before bed can influence your subconscious during this receptive state. This practice, often referred to as sleep programming, allows you to reinforce positive beliefs while your brain is most open to suggestion. Another critical component of leveraging the subconscious mind is aligning it with emotions. Your subconscious is heavily influenced by the emotions you associate with your thoughts. If you feel excited and passionate about your goals, your subconscious will amplify those feelings and guide you toward actions that align with them. On the other hand, if you associate fear or doubt with your goals, your subconscious will create resistance. Focus on cultivating positive emotions like gratitude, excitement, and confidence to strengthen your alignment with success. Trust the process. Your subconscious mind works best when you combine intention with patience. While you may not see immediate results, know that every positive thought, visualization, and affirmation is influencing your subconscious and moving you closer to your goals. The key is consistency. Just as you wouldn't expect a garden to bloom overnight, you can't rush the process of subconscious reprogramming. Give it time, and the changes will unfold naturally. Leveraging the subconscious mind is a game changer for rewiring your brain for success. By understanding how your subconscious works and intentionally influencing it with positive beliefs, repetition, and emotion, you can align your inner programming with your external goals. Your subconscious is always working. Make sure it's working for you, not against you. By taking control of the beliefs and thoughts stored in your subconscious, you'll unlock a level of clarity, focus, and determination that will propel you toward the life you've always dreamed of. Chapter 19. Continuous Learning and Adaptation. In a world that's constantly evolving, the ability to learn and adapt is one of the most valuable skills you can cultivate. Success is not about reaching a single destination. It's about growing, improving, and staying relevant in an ever-changing environment. By committing to continuous learning and adaptation, you can stay ahead of the curve, overcome challenges, and unlock your full potential. The first step in embracing continuous learning is to adopt a curious mindset. Curiosity fuels growth by encouraging you to ask questions, seek new knowledge, and explore different perspectives. When you approach life with curiosity, every experience becomes an opportunity to learn. Instead of seeing problems as obstacles, view them as puzzles to solve. Instead of feeling intimidated by what you don't know, let your curiosity drive you to find answers. One of the most powerful tools for continuous learning is reading. Books, articles, and other written materials provide a wealth of knowledge on virtually any topic. Whether you're learning about personal development, a new skill, or industry trends, reading allows you to absorb insights from experts and apply them to your own life. Commit to reading regularly, whether it's a chapter a day, a few articles a week, or listening to audiobooks during your commute. Over time, this habit will expand your perspective and keep your mind sharp. In addition to reading, consider engaging in active learning. This means going beyond passive consumption of information and applying what you've learned. For example, if you're learning a new language, practice speaking it with others. If you're studying a business strategy, try implementing it in a real-world project. Active learning reinforces your understanding and helps you retain knowledge more effectively. Another important aspect of continuous learning is to embrace feedback. Feedback, whether positive or constructive, is a valuable tool for growth. Instead of viewing feedback as criticism, see it as a chance to identify areas for improvement. Ask for feedback from mentors, colleagues, and peers, and use it to refine your skills and approach. The ability to receive and act on feedback is a hallmark of successful, adaptable individuals. Adaptation is just as important as learning. In today's fast-paced world, change is inevitable. Whether it's new technology, shifting market demands, or unexpected challenges, your ability to adapt determines how well you thrive in uncertain circumstances. Adaptation starts with a mindset of flexibility, being open to new ideas, willing to pivot when necessary, and ready to let go of old habits or beliefs that no longer serve you. To adapt effectively, cultivate problem-solving skills. When faced with change, ask yourself, what's the opportunity here? Or, how can I turn this challenge into an advantage? Instead of resisting change, look for ways to use it as a stepping stone for growth. For example, if your industry is adopting new technology, invest time in learning it so you can stay competitive and even become a leader in that space. Building a network of supportive, growth-oriented people can also enhance your ability to learn and adapt. Surround yourself with individuals who challenge your thinking, share valuable insights, and encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. Collaborating with others often provides fresh perspectives and solutions you might not have considered on your own. Incorporating reflection into your routine is another powerful way to foster continuous learning. Take time to review your successes, failures, and experiences. Ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? What can I do differently next time? Reflection helps you identify patterns and lessons that can guide your future actions, making you more effective and adaptable. Don't underestimate the importance of resilience in the face of setbacks. Continuous learning and adaptation require you to persevere through challenges and failures. Instead of seeing setbacks as reasons to quit, view them as opportunities to grow stronger and wiser. Resilience is about bouncing back, staying committed to your goals, and finding creative ways to overcome obstacles. Continuous learning and adaptation are essential components of rewiring your brain for success. By staying curious, embracing change, and committing to personal growth, you'll develop the skills and mindset needed to thrive in any situation. Success is not static, it's dynamic. The world will keep evolving, and so must you. Make learning and adaptation a lifelong habit, and you'll not only stay ahead of the curve, but also discover new possibilities and opportunities you never imagined. Chapter 20. Designing your future mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you achieve in life. It determines how you approach challenges, seize opportunities, and handle setbacks. While many people let their mindset develop passively, successful individuals take control and design their future mindset intentionally. By shaping the way you think today, you can create a future aligned with your goals, values, and dreams. The first step in designing your future mindset is to define your vision. What does success look like to you? Be specific. Imagine your ideal career, relationships, health, and lifestyle. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to achieve this vision? Your future mindset should align with the person you want to be, so take the time to clarify your goals and the qualities you need to embody to reach them. For example, if your vision involves being a successful entrepreneur, you might need to cultivate resilience, creativity, and a willingness to take risks. Once you've defined your vision, identify the mindset shifts required to achieve it. Look at your current beliefs and behaviors. Are there any that might hold you back? For instance, if you often think, "I'm not good at this," you'll need to replace that belief with, "I can learn and improve with effort." Write down the new thoughts and beliefs that align with your vision and commit to practicing them daily. A powerful tool for designing your future mindset is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself as the person you want to become. Picture yourself confidently handling challenges, achieving your goals, and living the life you desire. Include as much detail as possible. What are you doing? How do you feel? And how do others perceive you? Visualization helps your brain create a mental blueprint for your future, making it easier to align your thoughts and actions with that vision. Affirmations are another effective way to reinforce your future mindset. Create positive statements that reflect the qualities and beliefs you want to adopt. For example, if you want to become more confident, affirm, "I am confident and capable in everything I do." Repeat these affirmations daily, preferably in the morning or before bed, to embed them in your subconscious mind. Over time, these affirmations will rewire your brain to think and act in ways that support your goals. To solidify your future mindset, align your habits with your vision. Your daily actions shape your mindset more than anything else. If you want to be disciplined, start by creating a routine that prioritizes your goals. If you want to think more positively, practice gratitude every day. Small, consistent actions build momentum, turning your desired mindset into a natural part of who you are. Another critical step is to surround yourself with inspiration and support. Your environment and relationships play a significant role in shaping your mindset. Spend time with people who uplift and challenge you, and seek out mentors who embody the mindset you aspire to cultivate. Fill your environment with reminders of your vision, such as vision boards, motivational quotes, or books that inspire growth. The more you immerse yourself in positivity and success-oriented influences, the easier it will be to maintain your future mindset. It's also essential to embrace growth and adaptability. Your mindset isn't something you design once and forget. It's an ongoing process of learning, evolving, and adapting. As you progress toward your goals, new challenges and opportunities will arise, requiring you to refine your mindset further. Stay open to feedback, reflect on your experiences, and continue learning to keep your mindset aligned with your evolving vision. One of the most important aspects of designing your future mindset is practicing self-compassion. Change is not always easy, and there will be times when you fall short of your expectations. Instead of criticizing yourself, focus on what you can learn from the experience and how you can do better next time. A mindset rooted in self-compassion is more resilient, allowing you to bounce back from setbacks and stay motivated on your journey. Track your progress and celebrate your growth. Periodically review your goals and the mindset shifts you've made. Recognize how far you've come and the qualities you've developed along the way. Celebrating small wins reinforces your commitment to growth and reminds you that you're capable of achieving even more. Designing your future mindset is the ultimate step in rewiring your brain for success. It empowers you to take control of your thoughts, align them with your vision, and create a mental framework that supports your dreams. Your mindset is not fixed. It's something you can design and shape to serve you. By defining your vision, practicing daily habits, and surrounding yourself with positive influences, you can create a mindset that propels you toward the future you've always imagined. The life you want starts with the thoughts you think today. Design them wisely and watch as your future unfolds. As you've discovered throughout the thinking revolution, the power to transform your life lies within your own mind. By understanding and leveraging the principles of neuroplasticity, replacing limiting beliefs, cultivating positive habits, and adopting a mindset of continuous growth, you have the ability to rewire your brain and unlock your full potential. Success is not about chance, it's about choice, and you now have the tools to make that choice every single day. This journey is not just about learning, but about action. The concepts in this book become meaningful only when you put them into practice. Start small, remain consistent, and trust the process. Your brain is a dynamic, adaptable powerhouse, ready to align with your vision and goals as you take intentional steps toward the future you want to create. The path to success is not always easy, but it's worth it. Every challenge is an opportunity for growth, every setback a lesson, and every small victory a step closer to the life you've envisioned. By committing to this revolution of thought, you're not just changing your mindset, you're reshaping your reality. This is your moment. The thinking revolution begins with you, and its impact will ripple across every aspect of your life. Trust in your ability to evolve, act with purpose, and step confidently into the future. Your success story is waiting to be written. Make it extraordinary.